Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is my March book haul and it's massive. Now, when you've obviously guessed by the length of this video, which you'll know before I do if you think about it, I did get a lot of books in March. This is the most I bought in, this is the most I've got, I'm not saying bought, but this is the most I've got in well over a year, probably 2 years. But there are a lot of reasons behind this, and these are the justifications I've been giving the Waffle Girls. You know who you are. Alice especially thinks that apparently my numbers are making Alice laugh her head off. I should be Novel Novels, aka or Novel Massive Bookshelf, Novel and the Massive Bookshelves, because I've gained 47 books this month. Now, you're probably all having heart attacks. Most of you, some people don't even have 47 unread books on their shelves. This will mean that the number of my unread TBR will definitely be going up in April. As to how many, it depends on how many I can get read in the next week. I'm filming this on the 26th of March. So I'll give you some ideas briefly as to why, because I don't want this video to be too long. So I've gained 18 books because it was my birthday. And I've had a couple of other things either way, but it was most of these are birthday presents, and I blame the booktubers, so I blame all you. But I did buy 29 books. But you've got to bear in mind, right, this isn't all my fault, because I had the London trip on the 2nd of March. The 9th of March was my birthday. Chris took me to Maidenhead and Marlow. The amount of charity shops that were there, trust me, if the kids would have let me go in more charity shops in Maidenhead, I could easily have got more, and they were rushing me, so that probably could have. I mean, there's a couple of books on here I'm now like wondering why I did get that, but this is my impulse. It was my birthday. I thought I had an excuse, so what the hell. So that's those ones. Then we've also had the fact that I went to Wokingham and Crowthorne with Charlie. I only got 4 books on that trip, which is for me, like everyone was betting I got like 8 minimum, and I only got 4. So no, right? That's one for Charlie and for Alice and all that lot. They were all betting I'd get more than that. And I work in a charity shop, so I've kind of gained a few from there. So if you think that I've gone to at least 4 different towns, no, 5 because you count the London, and I work in a charity shop, it's not my fault. That's my excuse and it's not my fault. Now obviously, because I've got so many books in this haul, 47 books. Oh my god, I've got to put them away afterwards. Thank God for Thomas helping me bring them down. I'm not going to go into great detail. I'll give you a little brief analysis of them, and that will be about it. Obviously, I will show you literally the London books first, and I'll do a link to the London bookshop, because that will save a big chunk, because obviously I talk about all those books in a lot more detail then. So that will take a very big chunk. I do want to say a massive thank you to those people who did get me books this month. I never expect anything off of anybody, and I am grateful for every single one of you. I'm also grateful for the birthday wishes. I am sorry today, guys, but I am going to have a little drink because I've got very low blood pressure and I'm feeling a bit dizzy at the moment, and you do not want me passing out in the middle of this video. So, the first 2 books are from Angela, and they are my pre-birthday treat because she has already told me that my main birthday present is arriving in June, and it's the next one in a very amazing series that I'm looking forward to. Her Majesty's Royal Covenant. It's the next one in that. She's pre-ordered me a book from that, the paperback version of that, so that's coming for me in June, so thank you already in advance for that. But she sent me 2 books because they were second-hand books that she was getting rid of, and she offered me them to me. The first one is The Christy Affair by Nina de Gramont. This is one that I know has had mixed reviews. I know that Kristen from Reading It didn't like it. And I've got to go into it bearing in mind it's not all about Agatha Christie. It's about so much more than that. And I think it's about different things. So I'm going into it not expecting too much from it, but knowing that it's a beautiful book and it's got any connection. Because I think this will help the fact that even though I love Agatha Christie, I'm not as into her as like people like Alice and Kristen. So I'm hoping I still like it. This is basically about, in 1926, Agatha Christie disappeared for 11 days. Only I know the truth about her disappearance, and I'm no Hercule Poirot. I'm her husband's mistress. So that's all I know about this. I know it's had mixed reviews, but I know that I'm still looking forward to it. Try to put these in piles so I can put them away. Then the next one is one that I think my sister had. Charlie had it, but I didn't read it for some reason. And that's The Cat Who Saved Books. It's a cat. You know I'm going to love it. Grandpa used to say, books have tremendous power, but what it really is that power? This is not going to stay on for long. To be honest, if you haven't seen me read it, no, I'm determined. I will save this for April. It might be ready in the second half of April because it does look like one I'm really desperate for. But that is one that I cannot wait for. It's a translated fiction, and it's about that. It's about Natsuki Books was a second-hand bookshop in the edge of town. Inside, towering shelves reached the ceiling, every one of them crammed with books. I don't need to know any more than that. This book has already had great reviews. I can't wait for it. Then the lovely Jack from Spread Book Patrol bought me these two books. The Wicked Will Rise and Dorothy Must Die, which is the first two in a series. If I like this series, I will carry on with it and I might have to go look for more. So these are Wizard of Oz retellings. I think this one's the first one, Dorothy Must Die, and that The Wicked Will Rise. I didn't ask for any of this. I didn't ask to be some kind of hero, but when your whole life is swept up by a tornado, taking it with you, you have no choice but to get along. Sure, I've read the books, I've seen the movies, but I never expected Oz to look like this. A place where the good witches can't be trusted, and wicked witches just might be the good guys. My name is Amy Gunn, and I'm the other girl from Kansas. I've been recruited by the Revolutionary Order of the Wicked, and I've been given a mission. Remove Tin Woodman's heart, steal Scarecrow's brain, take Lion's courage, then Dorothy Must Die. So these two look really good fun. I love my retelling, so I'm really excited by those. Thank you, Jack. Then I got a tandem ad PL product, which was Every Time I Say Goodbye by Natalie Jenner. So this is kind of an ad PL product, but I've already read it, already reviewed it. It's on my Instagram. Check that out there. Then with my friend Tracy bought me a Waterstones gift voucher because she couldn't access my wish list for some reason. I don't know if anyone else had that problem. So I decided to get Nightblo by Peace Adezo Mendy. It's one of the Winners' Prize long-listed books. It's one that I was desperate for. Charlie basically ordered me to get it anyway. So I thought this is technically my gift from Tracy. I am reading it in April. I'll try and remember to link my April book haul, my April TBR. And this is about growing up in the Ghanaian town. Selassie and Arafora were more than just cousins. They were best friends. This has had rave reviews already on the long list. I'm expecting this will be probably one of the first books I'll be reading in April. So wish me luck on that. Then two books from Gem from Gemma Books. She has got me two books that I'm really excited about. So with Vandit Queens, which was shortlisted last year. I think this was shortlisted last year. It's longlisted or shortlisted, I can't remember, last year. And this is like a thrillery kind of, it's longlisted for the Women's Prize. And it got rave reviews last year, and Jem thought I would love it. Greta is believed to have killed her vanished husband, a rumour she hasn't bothered to trying to correct because a reputation like that can keep a single woman safe in the rural India. This had rave reviews last year, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. I'm really looking forward to that. Then she got me the graphic novel that I really think this will be what I need. It's Everything Is Okay by Debbie Tung. And like you said, guys, to know that I'm obviously going through my health problems at the moment. So my depression and my anxiety are playing up, and this is about that. And it's a graphic novel. I've read Book Club by this author and another book, and they really do help me. So this, again, will probably be read April or May time. I don't know, depending on how quickly I need it. But yeah, so thank you so much, Jem. The next one's arrived the day after my birthday because I think Ange wanted to see what I got for my birthday, and she got me firstly Moran and the Angel of the North. This is I think it's the follow-up book to the two books. What is it? My brain has died. It's the follow-up to The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Bright and The Love Song of Queenie Hennessy, both of which I absolutely loved. Again, this is one of my shortest books on my TBR. It's only 140 odd pages. But I love the other two books. Again, this one will not be very long before it gets read. And I think I'm going to keep these because they are absolutely gorgeous. Then she got me the book, probably one of the books that I've been most excited for all year. And I love every single one of my gifts. But this is one, had I not got it for my birthday, I was going to buy it myself. It was everything in me not to buy it in London. It was everything in me not to buy it on all my other shopping trips. This is The Woman by Kristen Hanna. I do talk about it on my gratitude journal because it's one that I'm very, very grateful for. It is absolutely stunning. I love all of Christy and Hannah's work. I've got some of them in hardback, but quite a few in hardback. And this is set partly in Vietnam, in the Vietnam War, and partly in America. Like I said in my gratitude journal, and I will link Gem's channel, she's done a great review on it and she thinks I will love it. So, another one. Now, I got in a package I got from Alice and the Giant Bookshelf. She got me this book, which is the next in this series that Henry. I wanted to keep them in paperback, so even though the third one, the Mary Queen of Scots one, is out in May in hardback, I'll have to wait another year, but I can't see me waiting very long for this, because this is about Henry VIII's tale, basically, the Heart and the Crown. I know that Charlotte from Queenie Reads didn't like this as much as she liked the Elizabeth of York, but I still really want to hear it, because I want to hear about Henry's tale, because we always hear about, I know this is fiction, it's not fact, it's not non-fiction, but it does look interesting, and Alison Weir's writing is incredible. And it just talks about his book. It's very long, it's over 600 pages, but again, this one won't be read. I'm getting better at, just because I get a book on my shelf, like reading them quickly, because do you know what, some of them I just can't wait. I think that's probably the best attitude. I need to be buying books that I can't wait for. The next two are from Charlie Book Reads, which is my sister. She got me the Soldier Sailor, which by Claire Kilroy, which is getting read in April as well. Again, this is another one that's going to be read right at the start. It's basically does talk about motherhood. It's longlisted for the Women's Prize. It is one that we all knew would go on it. And Gem again has done a review on it. Gem loved this book and felt seen. And I think that from what she's told me, I will as well. And Charlie said that they wrote about it. So apparently those two books have got to be read at the start of the month. I've got to read them at the start of the month. Bear in mind, I'm going to have to go to the library at the start of the month because I think I need more Women's Prize books. The next one is, Charlie got me, was The Maiden by Kate Forster. She got me the stunning edition. Already read it. 5 stars. You'll see it in my wrap-up part 1, in my wrap-up part 2. And I'm not going to tell you anymore because literally I will describe it then. But I can just tell you one thing. This was the best. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Historical fiction. Katie from Books and Things wrote about and told me to read it. Everyone that has read it has loved it. This was me to a T. Then I've got 3 books by Kat from Brews and Reviews. 2 of them, the first 2 are birthday ones, and the second one was an extra present. Now, basically, we really like reading witchy books together, witchy like fantasies. And I know with my Christian faith I shouldn't, but I do. It's like a guilt-free, fun thing. And I think we're reading them together, basically. So she got me Hexapeel by Kate Johnston, which she nearly read when we were supposed to be doing our buddy read. I think she picked this up when we were supposed to be doing our buddy read of one other book. So I think she's now got me a copy so we can buddy read it. Things are about to get hexy. Essie Winterscale lives in a huge and ever-changing house in the village of Goodwinter, in the deepest, darkest Essex. She lives with various witches of various ages, including one who is still a bit salty about being hanged in the 18th century. So this looks so fun. It just looks like a real guilt-free, really good fun read. Oh, that one needs to be on that pile. There. So that one, and then she got me another witchy one, which is by Gretchen Rue. And I swear, I think actually, I've got another book by this author, but I bought that when I was when I went shopping in Maidenhead on Wallow. So this is Something Wicked by Gretchen Rue. It is recipe for a potion to destroy life as you know it. Step 1, pack up your life and move to your aunt's old house in a small sleepy town. Step 2, discover you're a witch. She was a witch. Step 3, discover you're also a witch. Step 4, add a sprinkle of butterflies for your childhood friend who is suddenly incredibly hot. This looks really good fun. Proper guilt-free fun read. Then she also got me 19 Steps by Millie Bobby Brown, which is, Millie Bobby Brown is in Stranger Things, and my daughter Mia absolutely loves her. But this is a historical fiction based on a true story. I didn't think that this is another one we're apparently buddy reading, but I didn't think this was a Cat book, but she absolutely loved it. She wants us to read this. It's historical fiction set in London in 1942, and it's about an 18-year-old Nellie Morris lives in the quiet life in the tight-knit community of East End community of Bethnal Green. Her family and friends all tease that she'll marry the air raid warden Billy next door, who's always her sweet on her. But then the arrival of Raid, a handsome American airman stationed nearby, causes Nellie to question everything she thought possible. So not a cat book in my eyes, but so a me book. 19 steps. It looks amazing. I can't wait to read it. And again, look at the end pages. I've got a thing about those, haven't I? Then to the two that Chris bought me, and we're nearly halfway through, so God, this is going to be a long flipping video. First one is Layla and the Blue Fox by by Kimber Millward Hargreaves and Tom de Freston, her husband, bought this. This one was raved about by the lovely Jack from Sped Bookjoy. She raved about this book. I love Judah and the Fox, and it's that same sort of thing. So it's nature. It's got look at the pictures. It's not going to be on very for long. But Chris basically got me this and one other book, and I shouldn't have asked him to spend that much on me, but I did. So I should feel guilty. But you know what? Then the next one from him was a book that was inspired again by Jem, The Storm We Made by Vanessa Chan. Jem predicted this would be on the Women's Prize list, but it wasn't. But it's still one I'm really interested in. Her decision has changed history, and that now our children must survive it. It kind of got a bit, because it was wet out there when we were out there. It got a little bit wet, so the copy's a little bit bent. It was got in the independent Marlow bookshop. He bought me this. One timeline is set in British Malaya in the 1930s, and about discontented housewife Cecily. Then Japanese-occupied Malaya in 1945 is the next one. Cecily and her family are barely surviving. Her children are surrounded by threat and look to their mother to keep them safe. Can Cecily face up to her past to save her children, or is it too late? Again, this is absolutely stunning. I love this book. So, wish me luck. Right, so that's all the gifts. And here's to briefly the books that I got in the charity shop. No, in the London bookshop, so in the London trip. So I will not be going on anything more about that, because I talk about them in that. So this first one is Electra by Jennifer Saint. It's the next one. I loved Ariadne. I've got another book by the author, and this is about Chloe Marisha, Cassandra and Electra. All I need to know, it looks me. I know Jen wasn't 100% on this, but I'm hoping I do love it. Neon Roses by Rachel Dawson. I'm reading this with the Fiction Addiction Club and Angela. And this is one that Charlie loved. It's set in the 1980s, I believe. And it's about the Welsh miners' strike, and it's LGBTQI. Looks brilliant. Can't wait to read it. Next one is All the Little Bird Hearts by Victoria Britton. This was up for this was longlisted for the Booker Prize last year, and I think it was also up for another. I think it was in the BookTube Prize list. This is going to be read in May for my Spoonies Readathon. That's all you need to know. A lot of people spoke about this, and basically I got this partly because of Roz from Scully Down Giving Out the Books. She told me to get that. Then I got two middle grade books. One's a signed copy, Saving Neverland by Abby Elphinstone, and again this was Jack inspired. It's got a pretty signed book. This was bought in the first bookshop. You can see the pretty signed edges. There you go. So that's one I can't wait to read. Then I got Cosima, The Unfortunate Seal of a Star. This will either get read for the Spoonies Readathon, or it will get read another time, but it's got disability rep. Another signed copy. I realised I've got like 2 signed copies. I love my signed copies. And then I got Quakey Amezi's You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe loved this book. She raved about it. I had to get it. Then the next one was The 450 from Paddington. It's a Marple. It's by Agatha Christie. Alice recommended this. Had to get it. And then lastly, my charity shop version one from the bookshop was Peach Blossom Spring by Melissa Fu. This looks like a proof copy to me, so I don't know how I did it in there. It's set in 1938 in China, and the Japanese are advancing. Looks great. Can't wait to read it. So that's all of those ones. Now the next ones are from the Marlow and Maidenhead trip. So I got, on my birthday, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I got 11 books when we went to Maidenhead and Marlow. Can't tell you which, I'm not even going to count how much money I spent on books, by the way, because I did spend loads. First one is Faith Hogan, The Ladies' Midnight Swimming Club. This will be read in the summer. It's an Irish author, so I could have read it for the Irish Readathon, and you never know, I may save it for that next year. I think it looks contemporary. I don't know. I need to double check that, actually. I might actually put this to one side, because I thought this is contemporary. But yeah, this does look really good. Next one is a Mike Gale book. You know I'm going to read it. All the Lovely People by Mike Gale. I'm collecting all of this author's work. It was Book of the Year for the British Book Awards in 2021. Again, I just literally do not need to know any more. Every book that I've read by Mike Gale I've loved. It's about Hubert Bird who finds a place when he belongs. Then another yellow book. I went for a yellow theme, didn't I? The Mismatch by Sarah Jafari. I need to clean this copy up. And this looks really good fun. It is Zora would never fall for someone like Magnus. He's the complete opposite her in every way. And it just looks, I think it's, I'm not sure if it's a YA romance or if it's a adult one, but it does look really good. Fun romance. This one has had mixed reviews on BookTube, and this is We All Want Impossible Things by Catherine Newman. I swear that Charlotte from Courtney Reeds loved this, but Charlie and Charlie were not 100% on it. But I tried to read it on audiobook, but I thought it does sound intriguing. It's not too long, so it just sounds like one that I kind of want to read. It does tackle grief though. Oh my god, it's stunning! For a charity shop book, this is absolutely stunning. Let's hope I like it. The next one is a book that Charlie got in hardback in the Oxfam near us on one of our shopping trips. She loved it. I really like the sound of it. This is basically in Bourneville in the placid suburb of Birmingham sits the chocolate factory. We all know about the Cadbury's chocolate factory. 11-year-old Mary and her family in 1945. It's the centre of their world. And this goes on for Mary will go on to live through the coronation, the World Cup final, royal weddings, royal funerals, Brexit and COVID-19. So this does look like a family saga. I think Charlie loved it, and it does look like a real me book. So I can't wait to read that. Then I've got some summary, and I've got a summary book. Joe Thomas, I love all of Joe Thomas's author's books. Summer at the Ice Cream Cafe, summer book, contemporary, by this author. I don't need to know any more than that. The next one, I thought it was I thought this was the author of the Rachel incident. I thought it was Caroline at Donahue, and this is Rachel Donahue. This is The Temple House Vanishing. So this was my bit of an impulse book, and I really am kind of regretting this a little bit. So apparently this is a bit of a thrillery kind of thing, and power, jealousy and desire. I'm really nervous. Has anyone read about this, or anyone heard about this, or was this a bit one of my stupid advice? The next one again, this one wasn't for this. I loved The Appeal by Janice Hallett. I've got another one of the author's works, and again this has had mixed reviews. Kirsten from the book reading it didn't like it, but other people have liked it. So it's about the devil is in the detail. It's got like a really, the writing style is good. It's multimedia writing style, so I like that. I'm intrigued. I loved The Appeal, so I'm wondering if I like this or not. Let me know if you think I will. Then another book that was shortlisted for the Women's Prize. This was shortlisted for the Women's Prize last year. This is Trespasses by Louise Kennedy. I bought it for Charlie full price for her birthday for Christmas, and she loved it. Obviously Jack loved it. It's an Irish fiction. Again, I could have read this for the Irish Readathon. This might be saved for next year's Irish Readathon actually. But again, it's set in the 1970s in Ireland. It's a book that's been raved about. Everyone's read it. I think I'm going to save it for next year's the Irish Readathon, but I don't know yet. And no, the next one was a different book. So this one was a witchy book again. This is Could It Be Magic by Melanie Rose. I'm going to drop hints for Kat to read this as well. It's witchy romance. When Jessica Taylor finds herself in the middle of a thunderstorm while walking her dog, she's struck by two things: the sight of a handsome stranger and the bolt of lightning. The next thing she's waking up in the hospital bed in someone else's body. This looks fun. That's all I need to know. It's witchy romance. It does look fun. And then the last book I bought in that big shopping trip was A Happy Place by Emily Henry. It's now out in paperback. I love Emily Henry's work. I'm mixed, I suppose, actually, because I liked Beach Read, but I loved You and Me on Vacation. This is it's just realise it's ripped a little bit, but it's got the word gin in it, in the title. They go together like bread and butter, gin and tonic. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds, Harriet and Wynne are the perfect couple. They take a holiday. Looks fun. This looks like a just easy, fun contemporary that I need. I'm going to have to put that there because I can't put no in my room. And the next ones are charity shop ones or ones I've bought online. There's one that I bought online. These are just basically random charity shop ones or things like that. So the next one is the last in the Bridgerton series that I needed. This was When He Was Wicked. This is Francesca Bridgerton's story, so I don't know any more than that. I think she's the youngest one. So yeah, this is her story. I don't want to know any more than that. It's Bridgerton. It's the last one. I've now got the whole series. I plan to start it soon. The next one is my one book I think I bought in the works this year, and this is in this month, and this is The Library of Love Lane. My friend Hannah, who lives near me, has said that she loved this. I loved one of Christy Barlow's books. Looks quite spring and summery, so it will be read then. It's got about foster care. It's got about new family. It does look like a really mean book, so it'll be read then. The next one I had to get, I got this in the Wokium trip, and this is the Diana Jeffries Night Train to Marrakesh. I've read the first book in the series. I've got the second book still to read. I read the first book, which I can't remember the life of me is, The Daughters of War. I've got to read The Hidden Place, but I wanted the third book, so this was my one exception to that. And I actually got it for the cheapest price in Wokium, so I was well happy about that. It's the third in the trilogy. I don't know if she'll bring out any more, but it's about Vicky Bourdin, and it's set in Marrakesh in 1966. Looks really good. It looks like a really beat me book. The next one was on our Wokium trip, and this is Daphne du Maurier's Castle Door. I could probably said that wrong. Daphne du Maurier, got it in the Oxfam in Wokium, so didn't spend too much. This one is that actually began life as the unfinished novel of Sir Arthur Quiller Couch, the celebrated Q, and was passed on to his by his daughter Daphne du Maurier. So Daphne du Maurier is connected, and then Daphne du Maurier took it on. Don't know any more than that. Daphne du Maurier. What do I need to know? Then I finally got it. Basically, I love Ruminatia, and when we went on the London trip, the one book I was after was Ruminatia Ever After by Raja Hafisa. I loved that book, Ruminatia, so much. It's literally one that's captured my heart, and I wanted the sequel, and I couldn't find it anywhere. And then only to find it in the Waterstones in Wokium, I used my points to buy it, so technically it was free. And it's the sequel to that, and it's got about Sarah White, the Queen of... I do not want to know the fairy tales that it's on, but it finishes that series, and I just can't wait. I really can't wait. Again, it won't be read. It won't be long on the list. Then I did get When the War Came Home by Leslie Parr. This is historical fiction, but done in a middle grade way. Again, I really just want to read this so badly. It's about the First World War has ended, and Natty has to move to a new village where she meets two young soldiers. That is all I needed to know. It's again one that I really wanted to read. Then I got this very cheaply at my charity shop, Someone Else's Life, and it's contemporary. One secret can change everything. When Rosie Kenning's mum, Trudy, dies from Huntington's disease, her whole world falls apart. Not only does Rosie desperately miss her, but she has to face the fact that she may have inherited it. But something happens and she discovers that maybe not. So that does look good. Then I found this. You guys know I love the classics and I love the Brontes. This is a non-fiction book about Emily Bronte's life and work. So this will possibly be read in Victober, but it may be reading it sooner than that. I love Emily Bronte. She is my inspiration. I got it on World Book Day. What more did I need to know? Then a book for Jane Austen July already. Jane Austen, Alive by Claire Tomlin. Katie's read it. Loads of people have read it for Jane Austen July. I've got two non-fiction books with Jane Austen July, but I think this one I actually want to read before the other one. So this looks really interesting. It's got pictures. Katie loved it. Had to get it. Then my Chunky Monkey book is A Suitable Boy by Victor and Seth. It is the biggest book I own, I think. I do not need to know any more than that. Apparently loads of people are reading it at the moment for a read along, but I didn't want to because I just didn't get it. It's 1,350 pages, 49 pages long. It's the biggest book I own. But I read a book recently, the Book Lovers list, and I basically read it and it had loads of books that everyone should read, and this was on that list, so I got it. I've got to carry it away. But those are the books that I got. I've got way too many. I've managed to keep this to about 30 minutes. So which books of these do you think I should prioritise? Which books are you excited about? Let me know down below. If you've got to the end of this video, do me a book stack emoji, because obviously I've got way too many books. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel and not subscribed yet, ring on my ding-a-ling. And if you want to buddy read any of these, let me know down below. Love talking to you. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.